He opened up with a greedy econ build. How will he open up this time? We'll see soon. He is
MVP Dream.
And his opponent over here in the upper right with that aggressive Reaper build and winning that first game. He is
CJ&2's Bbyong.
Oh, we'll see what build orders they open with this time. You know, build order losses I'm not quite as interested in. I mean, it's nice to see and be like, oh, okay. Yeah, on this map, you're not really going to hold that.
It's good for learning.
Yeah.
If you're watching, you're like, well, how do I open? Or like, what? Because I think a lot of people are unaware of, especially new people, the fact of build order losses. Where someone goes, well, how do I stop that? And you'll say, you can't because you did this. You just automatically lose.
Yeah.
If you don't want to lose to that again, never do this build ever again.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, I think that game wasn't really indicative of these two players' skills. I feel like Dream will actually give Bbyong a really good game. But, ooh, 2 barracks, tasteless.
Yep.
He's like, oh, you're going to Reaper me? You're going to Reaper me? I'm going to Reaper you. Then what are you going to do? And he's like, well, I'm not opening Command Center first, so I have a chance of holding it at least.
And Dream's like, oh, well, that's fine. Okay. The Reapers are now being cranked out. Now let's see if he actually spots the second barracks with the SCV, because this is a map with a very big main.
Yeah.
So if you don't see that, you might think, oh, that's okay. He's going for, you know, racks with gas, and then get completely surprised when the Reapers come in.
He definitely knows there's at least one Reaper on the way, because nothing popped out of that barracks while he was in there. So, will he figure out that a second one's on the way? Harder to say, but kind of hiding that SCV right now. He is getting a factory of his own, and don't forget he is going to have a lot more Marines when the Reapers get there because he didn't go for that command center first.
Now the SCV is going to come up here. Oh, is he going to see? Now he knows for sure. Now he knows for sure. There's no secret. All right, it looks like that Reaper's now going to come up into the main here. Trying to kite these Marines. Already a good amount of Marines out here. Since it is a pretty far distance from the opposing player on this map.
And he got some decent shots off on him already. You really do want to weaken them up when you do have that opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, if they're already shooting you, chasing you out, you may as well use up all your hit points without dying, or as many as you can without dying, rather.
Yeah, these are these little things in StarCraft, just bruising the Marines. Even if you don't get a kill off, it's like, well, I mean, his Marines are hurt, and my Reapers, you know, they heal.
Yeah. You know what they say, you can't stem a brown banana, Tasis.
What? What? I don't even get the reference. What?
You said bruise the Marines. So.
You are funny, Artosis. You are funny in a very weird way today.
I don't know, man.
I'm glad you're kind of sick. I think you're having like...
It changes
These are the jokes of a fever brain right now.
Oh, my. Well. Looks like he has stopped at 3 Reapers. Decided that, you know, before that last game it was different. You know, you see your opponents doing that build, you go ahead, you make the 5. If you go for 2 more here, are they really those 2 more going to do extra damage?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Compared to the importance of the other units you need to get out of here. Now these 2 Reapers going to sneak in here. Really nice so far.
It's damaging it. Kills that SCV off. Wants to try to kill a little bit more. Not sure how much he's going to get, though, with these Hellions on him. And that's it. Not nearly as effective. Only ended up killing 2, in fact.
All right, Starport on the way here. And, you know, from here, Dream can transition very easily. I wouldn't say anybody has massive lead right now. This game could go either way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not yet decided one way or the other. We do have, of course, quite a few Hellions trying to run up this ramp. Well-placed bunker there by Dream.
Yeah.
You do have to be careful when you make so many Reapers because they take a long time to make and they're not coming home.
That is true.
TVT, you don't normally see them run home and jump in a bunker to help
exactly.
out.
Okay, so he's going to elevator these up here.
Very nice move.
And Dream spots it. But there's no medevac out yet here for Dream.
Yeah, this is very tough. Already losing several SCVs, pushing forward now. Those Marines being healed up, that medevac making such a huge difference. He does have some extra Hellions right now, but they've taken a lot of damage already, and it looks like he will end up holding here.
Yeah, nice control there by Dream.
But Bbyong did kill 8 SCVs.
Yeah.
That's pretty sizable.
Well, again, both these guys taking advantage of the size of the main on this map.
Yeah.
It's so big you can hide structures, you can hide drops.
That's very true.
If the medevac had just flown in there and dropped units and been spotted like that, that it would not have been as effective at all.
In fact, if he had any spotter, he could have just kind of stopped that overall. You know, walked over and sat under it while it was unloaded.
We're talking about spotter. I mean, a depot's fine.
Yeah, anything like that. Even one of the barracks built over there, like whatever it is.
Anything. So Bbyong now has his expansion up. We're waiting for the SCVs to be transferred down there. It looks like Dream is itching now to be moving out here with these Hellions. But instead, just going to send one right now, probably to check the watchtower.
You know, he's going for a cloakless Banshee right now, and I'm not sure exactly how much I like that at this point. Because a cloakless Banshee, like, what exactly is that meant to do? By this time, well, especially since Bbyong already attacked with a decent amount of Marines and medevac, he should have enough to hold it off.
Well, the other thing is that a cloakless Banshee, in my experience, is best for taking out siege tanks in siege mode when they don't have any defense there.
Yeah.
Like after a big battle where the Marines all blow up to the siege tank fire and it's just a few tanks left, and then Banshee can come in there and try to pick it off. But well, I don't know if that's going to...
Might just be to try to help hold this push off, but, you know, I don't know if it's going to work out. Tastes, oh my god, Bbyong with so many units coming forward here. Sieges up his tanks. We actually have Dream run right on top of everything, and it turns out that Banshee doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, I guess just barely nobody wins. A bit of a trade there.
Well, we're up to 18 SCVs killed now by Bbyong, and he's actually at 36 SCVs to 27, so
yeah,
a gigantic lead in that regard. And you know, that Banshee, that actually turned out to be pretty smart.
Yeah,
you know,
it really did.
He knew that attack was incoming and figured it would help him with that little bit of extra DPS to get those tanks killed.
So we got the third command center now being started here. Actually for both parties. And they're going to have to lay off each other for a little bit. Nobody can really attack too heavily into the other one. This is another one of our newer maps here. There's lots of little valleys, I guess you could say, in the middle.
Yeah.
So it can make Marine arcing a little bit trickier.
It can. And you know what, Tasteless? Did I mention that Dream's awesome? He's going mech for us.
The Tosis loves his mech.
I do. Well, I'm happy to see it. And I think it's the right choice. When you get behind like this, if you just go Marine tank against Marine tank when you're behind, how are you going to win that, right? They're going to have more Marine tank than you. Unless you vastly outplay them, you're going to be in trouble. Whereas mech gives you an opportunity for them to make mistakes. So we'll see if that works out.
Now we have another small push coming up here, and the Viking count is going to be won here by Bbyong. So he could get that Banshee in the back if he identifies that it's there in time. Cloak and backing up.
Really? That was solid right there.
That was really solid. And now we're probably going to see that Banshee come back in here. Another Cloak Banshee. Oh, that did not go very well at all. That was actually... Are you kidding me?
Somehow this one does live. Takes out that siege tank. Pretty big deal, but more SCVs getting pulled out. Dream is having to defend with SCVs every single time.
Now that Banshee is still up there taking out those siege tanks. So that's one thing going right from it. He's going to get this next one and takes that out before the siege tank can be killed. The siege tank right now, the backbone right now of this attack. And hitting him so hard in this meching transition, I don't think Dream is going to be able to get enough of an army out here.
No.
Because, you know, Marine Marauder medevac, you crank it out so quickly.
Bbyong is at twice the supply. I like the ideas of Dream when he's behind and try to go for that mech, get the Cloak Banshees, get super cost efficient, but
nice control
Bbyong
there
just
with
never let him.
Yeah.
And you know what? Going into the air. Okay, there we go, a couple frames. But, you know, Dream already knows he's basically dead at this point.
No, I mean, when you've lifted off your second and your third, meanwhile, the other guy's got a second and a third, even though the third isn't quite up and running. And this is just one of these slow, where it's like you're watching Dream get smothered or run out of air here, you know?
Just like in a Dream.
Yes.
Dream is drowning. His teeth are all falling out right now.
That last game was a nightmare.
Oh, wow. Terrible jokes indeed.
We're not funny today, Artosis.
No, I guess not.
Guess not.
That happens sometimes.
We have those days.
Someone's like, all the time, more like.
The anger nerd.
Yeah.
He's typing that on the internet with fangs in his mouth. As angry as ever. Now, Bbyong, again, played just very, very well. I like the play style better. I feel like Dream, I think Mech might be good on that map, but, you know, considering the way that game started out, maybe not a good idea. He didn't do that much damage with the Reapers. Game number 1, again, a similar situation. I feel like Bbyong played the map better. Bbyong said, okay, the main is really big. I can do damage, and Dream went for a very econ-heavy build.
He chose good builds. He kept the pressure on, and he just kind of tore Dream apart. Now, again, I don't think that series really showcases the best that Dream has to offer, so I don't think he's necessarily just not getting out of this group. I think if he beats Sleep, which will be a kind of hard match, but I definitely favor Dream over Sleep. He has a chance against whoever loses between Bbyong and Maru. Like, the kid is better than what we saw there.
We're going to go to our winner's match after this short break. It's going to be Bbyong against Maru in about 5 minutes, so stay tuned.